pulling a late one last night with Savon. We had our show last
11?
night and then went to 11 last night. So we're back.
Yeah, I was surprised I saw you. I was like, oh, Brian's in it with the long haul with me.
I am.
I know you all made me feel guilty. I was like, oh shit, they're both on here.
You're out there just partying.
No,
what are you doing, Tyler?
Bro, the internet here is trash. I mean, that's why you go to and then I have the RV park I got to go to, and it's even worse out there. Like I would do a hotspot, and there's no way. So it's just like I
end up in the hotel.
Right. I went and got food with Taylor and them, so I'm not gonna lie to you. I went out in the middle of nowhere.
How's the car treating you?
Car's good, man. It's all good. It's just old.
She's beautiful.
You know, it's like yeah, I appreciate that, John. Thank you.
I like it. I am on your team as far as that goes. Having the old beat down car. I'm with you on as far
everybody
as
thinks
this is my
John can confirm this. Everybody thinks, oh, you drive a 30-year-old car, must be a piece of shit. And then so what's your wife do as soon as she sits in it?
Oh, it's clean. It feels new.
Yeah.
It's just it's like being old, man. Like it's the same thing. I'm 31. It's 33. It just takes a little longer to warm up. You got to put a little more grease on the joints. Just stuff like that.
See some comments in there. Dennis O'Leary, good morning. The Shiz, good morning. Sarah Cooper. We always got the Barry McCockner is back. Ken O'Connor, thanks for joining. Patrick Anderson.
Who was bothering me about my hair the other day? I left it down for you guys, so I quit fooling with it.
Gel it up.
No more hair gel. What's going on, Derek?
What's up, guys?
Couple housekeeping things here. Some posts. Ellie Turner took to Instagram last night, shared some information on her back. It looks like during alpaca, she had some sharp pain in her lower back and wasn't even sure she was going to do the ski bag workout. So went out there, thought she was only going to do 30 calories on the ski and ended up grinding out a pretty amazing event after kind of thinking about that. And Amanda Barnhart with the black and white post. But what I thought was crazy is, you don't see this anywhere on social media, which I guess kind of makes a little bit more sense. But 5 weeks ago, she fostered a 4-year-old boy, and training is kind of taking a little bit of a back seat. So that kind of makes a little bit more sense now as to why we didn't see her perform as what we would have expected. So thought that was an interesting backstory. And yeah, I don't think she's looking to make excuses, but
motherhood's a pretty good one.
Jumping into that a month before cannot be easy at all. Parker, after watching the Buttery Bros video, Adler is winning by a mile. I think we all were impressed by Adler watching that video a few weeks ago. I mean, it felt like his mindset was in a better place than it was before, and he's showing it right now. All right, we are an hour away from the Muscle Up log workout. Comment here from TM. Dan Bailey tested this workout. He said that the ring muscle up workout was more about the sandbags than the muscle ups.
Well, Dan Bailey's shorter, and that sandbag was probably harder to get over the log than other people. I'm sure for Colton Mertens, this will be more about the sandbags as well. Roman, that sandbag's not going to feel like anything. It's going to be like, I think they're going to compound off each other. When you hold the sandbag, you're holding it. You're holding it with, your biceps get no rest. And then you have to go and do 7 ring muscle ups. And Dan Bailey, 7 ring muscle ups is not hard for Dan Bailey. He can do that all day. Again, he's a smaller athlete who has biceps for days, right? Mm-hmm. So that would make I get that from him. It's not going to it's going to be different for other people though. Roman just because the Dan Bailey, the sandbag meant more to him than the ring muscle ups. The ring muscle ups are going to be the end all be all for Roman, and Roman's going to be fine. When we say he's going to struggle, he's still going to be able to do the whole workout, probably unbroken. He's just not going to be running back and forth, jumping at the bit to jump. He's not going to go the same pace as a Vellner will, or probably Adler. But the stuff that Dan Bailey is struggling with, I imagine somebody like Colton Mertens will struggle with the same thing. Oldest Upanieks will struggle with the same thing. The smaller guys, the way they had to throw that sandbag up over the log,
especially that last one.
Yeah, 200 pounds, I think will be challenging. But if you're I think Pat's 5'11". I know that's not tall, but it's taller than 5'7".
How high is the log that they have to throw this bag over? I didn't see.
It's about the height of
5-ish. 5 to 6 feet. They increase in height, right? Or is it just the weight?
Yeah. It looked like the first one was maybe like, I don't know, 4.5, and then
Gotcha.
5, and then 5.5 is the last one, something like that.
I could see half of the field doing all of the sandbag or just being able to do it, and it's not a problem. And then the other half of the field struggle really hard with the last one. Like they get all the way up to the last one, everything's going fine. And then the last one just feels like impossible to get up there. And it's just kind of one of them things where you either can do it or you can't, or it's really hard for you to do. But it's just kind of based off off the ability at that time. You just got it or you don't. You know what I mean? Tyler can talk. If we go out and we just try a whole bunch of funky things, neither one of us have tried, there's going to be stuff that he gets that I don't. And there's going to be stuff that I get that he doesn't. It just kind of
athletic,
not luck of the draw.
Like that. Yeah.
But I bet half of the field has it, half of the field doesn't.
It's not a hard. It's not a weird, difficult workout. It's just like 7 for these athletes is cake. Like they can do this every set unbroken, no problem. It's how fast can you move that sandbag? And so like arm length is going to come into a big portion of it, and then body size. But you don't want to be like too big. Like I think Roman's on the upper edge of too big to move this fast in this on the ring muscle ups to offset the bag part. So it really, to me, this is a transitions workout. Do you think the same thing, John?
Yeah. I mean, it just really feels like the goblet workout at Rogue. What they did, the 7 rounds of 7 muscle ups. I get that's more about the muscle ups. It's more about the muscle ups, but that was a grinding workout, and you had to run to your transitions, and then you had to run in the middle. Like Vellner, there was no hesitation. He ran fast, jumped to everything, and did it immediately, no hesitation. Same somewhat for Ricky. Roman, walked a little bit to the goblet, finished his ring muscle ups, ran slow because he knows he needs the rest to continue to do the 7 ring muscle ups unbroken. It's not the matter that if he can or cannot, he just needs to not. He's going to rest a little bit longer than the other people. And by rest, I just mean like walk instead of run. Yeah.
I mean, I think the other factor is one that you touched on, John, just a little bit earlier. It's just the muscle interference between these two movements. I think that's going to be a big factor here.
Yeah. $9.99 from Renata. Thank you for all the hard work and keeping us posted. Super appreciated. Thank you, Renata. I really appreciate it. Anyone else withdraw this morning? Is Kelly Baker back in? I don't think so. I don't think so.
That's a pretty cool story. It's just you're out. You're not in. You were not good enough. You did 6 events. Great job. Go home. And then you come in, and I would argue her Saturday was her best day by far. It's like those 3 events, she did wildly better than any of the events she did in the first 6. It's just a cool story.
I am curious because you look at the leaderboard and Ellie is now in 31st. I wonder if she talked to somebody at CrossFit about letting somebody else, letting Kelly go in there and her taking 31st, because she could have easily just said, taking a 30th and do that. Like, I feel like she had to have said something to CrossFit to let them know that. Let's see. Some comments. Look at this, guys. $49.99. Thank you, Parker. The video they released last night. Also, thanks for the coverage. What video, Parker?
I think about the event, possibly.
Is it? Possibly. Either way, thank you, Parker. Appreciate it. Barry McCockner, $9.99. I know I joke a lot, but sincerely appreciate the content. John and Jason, great coverage. Got to throw in there, Derek. He's been holding down the fort also on the morning shows.
Yeah, Derek, I appreciate the fact that your internet works well, man.
So far it is.
Yeah.
One more day. It's not over yet.
Tyler Shangaris, $1.99. Merton, Spirit of the Games, lock it in.
Well, listen, as long as Noah doesn't get it, I'm happy because it is evident. And no, Noah, you're fine, and you have won me over, Noah. Like when you first came into the game, I didn't like you at all. I thought it was fake, and the more I have seen you, the more I have seen from you. I think it's genuine. You are a human form of a golden retriever, and you've won me over a bit. Like you're as genuine as it comes. But it is evident that you are trying to get Spirit of the Games this year, and it's your last year. I get it. You know what I mean? You want to get it on your last year, cool. But it's so in your face that like you are gunning for that. So I don't want you to get it. I want somebody else to.
Hasn't he already won Spirit of the Games before?
Yeah, he has. I don't know if they're allowed to win it twice, but
I mean, I'm sure it's CrossFit. They can do whatever they want, but I don't. I'm calling Sprague. We definitely in future iterations we should definitely put these awards in Rookies of the Year. Like, who's your pick for that in the app?
Get some bonus points.
I think it's Sprague. I think Sprague will get it. I'm trying to think.
Games.
Yeah, I'm thinking about women, and I don't know who.
Yeah, I looked at.
Is there a women and a men, or is it just one?
Just one.
Just one. I don't. Unless something happened behind the scenes that we've not been able to witness, I don't foresee anybody on the women's side doing that.
I mean, I think Alex Gazan would be deserving of Spirit of the Games.
Why is that?
I don't know. She has a good spirit about her. Like, you gotta think, for lack of a better word. For lack of a better word. Yeah.
It's a CrossFit Games feeling spirit.
She has spirit.
No. She's always happy when she's out there, but serious when she needs to be. Like, she goes for it. When she thinks she can hit a home run, she goes for it. She had the debacle of the century. I don't think we've ever seen a shoe debacle the way we saw it at the inches from the finish line. I don't know. Like, I don't think Spirit of the Games. I don't think Spirit of the Games should be the guy who cheers on last place.
You know what I mean? Like, thought of a new award they should give out, and they should call it the Shoeless Award. And it's like anybody who made like just a blatantly bad mistake, they just give them the Shoeless Award. They won't.
Vellner would have all like three of those things. Okay,
every year.
Yeah, and just have a plate rolling off and him chasing after it, and it's like that's
or that. That's what they should do. They should call it like the Mistake Award, and it's like every year it's based on the mistake. So for Kazan, it should be a golden shoe.
I think they should title that the Vellner Award, and that's what it is.
The Vellner Award.
Yeah, and when he retires, we'll just have one mistake. The mistake of the year. Yeah.
Is it what's the worst mistake he's made? Is it the bike pedal? Or
there's too many.
There's a lot, man. I mean, probably jumping off the net trying to kill himself. I know that wasn't like a mistake, but like he's had a lot of stuff that just goes wrong.
That would make a great golden figurine. Him just like hanging off a golden.
It'd be hard to make, but it would be the greatest trophy. And I think everybody would love it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we got off on a tangent there. I don't think Spirit of the Games should be like Sam Briggs. Sam Briggs won Spirit of the Games, and I think that was appropriate. Right? Like, Sam gives her all. Sam roots for everybody. Sam is the nicest person. she emulates the spirit of the game. And Noah does too, but I almost feel like we give it to him just because he cheers on last
Just because
place.
he's nice. Yeah.
And I don't like that. I don't like if I was last place in a heat,
Leave me alone.
go away. Like as soon as Noah walked out there, I might stop the workout and just throw him away. Like take him to the finish line and say, "You sit down. Let me finish this workout that I suck at." All right, get away from me. And I don't like that. I like Noah. I hate it when people do that. If it were me,
Yeah.
right? Everybody's not like that. Some people need it.
Yeah. I think Colton, should be considered in it. I think Kelly Baker even has that, possibly Ellie for giving up her spot to that. I could see one of those three.
Honestly,
The obvious
is a great spirit of the games, but he's in.
I don't think you can I don't think you'd be on the podium and get spirit. Of the game.
The year he doesn't make the podium, though, I bet he does because he emulates the spirit of the games.
Yeah,
you can't just give it to him because he's cool.
Who, Roman?
He's awesome, man. He's a real life Shrek. You know how many people love Shrek? A lot of people.
I love
No,
Ellie
just-
for that, man. Just if you think about the award that embodies what CrossFit started as community, I think that would be it in my book.
I do think you're right, though, John. I think Noah's the obvious play here. He's been here for so long. I think the thing that I don't like about it is it's the obvious move, but it'd be hard not to give him, because they did that for Dan, right? Whenever Dan got sixth or something, they gave it to him, and it was like, I think it was significant of his last year and all that stuff. So,
yeah. Speaking of, where is it? Here it is. Speaking of Roman, this is from the press conference 2 days ago.
His hero and idol. So he just wanted to tell you that sitting next to you at this table means a lot to him. So thank you so much for being with us this year.
Man, Chandler Smith is the most awkwardest third wheel in that video right there.
Yeah, he doesn't know what to do. All right, back to making some money. $1.99 from Dennis O'Leary. Adler reminds me of Rich on Sunday.
Well, Sunday hasn't happened yet, and he is yet to win an event on Sunday, so you can't jump to that.
If he pulls it off, then okay, the start of it for sure. $1.99 from Parker, the raw butter video. Oh, from the Buttery Bros. That's what he was talking about. On the
I'll have to go watch that. I haven't seen it. The one with Adler, I'm assuming.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it was a good video. I mean, I think as we talked about it, I think one of the update shows about how everybody just kind of felt like Adler had it in him this year. Like there was definitely an attitude shift from before. It was more prior to it. It was just, he was very nonchalant, and it seemed like he had a much better attitude of, I'm going to go out there and take this. Let's see. Leslie Scott, $10. Thank you, Leslie. Also, Noah's always been that. Yes, he is. I think Noah and Cole Sager probably could have won half of the Spirit of the Spirit of the Game awards. Catching up here. Why Sprague, John?
For Spirit of the Games?
Yeah.
I made
Dude,
that claim, but
Yeah.
Oh, did you,
Tyler.
Tyler?
yeah,
I don't
but
disagree,
John,
but
if
go ahead, Tyler.
if you have an opinion, go ahead. My thing is just like when you watch him, like he went up to Jack and like congratulated him, but like sincerely for like a good 30 or 40 seconds. Every other athlete was like, hey, good job. Just walk past him, you know, kind of into the game, like just slapping hands kind of thing. But like James was like, it seemed like he was like, you're inspirational. Like he was talking to a fellow competitor, like what, you know, that was amazing. And they engaged for so long. And he's done that with almost every like event winner. And it's, I don't know, it's like he is happy to be one of the best in the world, but then also acknowledges that the people are amazing at what they do. He's very appreciative of like the athletes he's on the field with. And I think like ego gets a lot of the athletes. They don't want to, you know, they're with these competitors, and he's the one who somehow is able to like acknowledge that you beat him and how great you are. It's really refreshing to watch him.
Yeah, if you remember back in either sanctionals or semifinals, it was the first year he was there. They had the deficit handstand push-ups for the first time, and murdered him. Like the work, like he was not in it. I know he had a heartbreak last year, but the year before that, he was in it, but he wasn't convincingly. It wasn't heartbreak, but like that workout ruined his semifinal. And while he's doing it, while he's failing, while he's doing one at a time, the worst workout that he could have asked for, he's smiling, laughing, and he looked at the camera and he was like, "This was a good one, y'all. I got to work on these." Because like he's like, "Man, I'm trash at this." And like in the middle of the workout, on the biggest, like, at that time, the biggest stage he's ever been at, for him to have that type of attitude, like I feel like he's like that 24/7. I don't know James. He's been on the podcast a couple times,
yeah.
But I agree with Tyler. I think James would be deserving. I feel like they're probably going to give it to somebody that was there for the whole weekend, though, because I don't know. I just feel like they probably will.
Spirit of the games. Who got last? Arthur. Just give it to Arthur. Thank you for showing up. Yeah.
Or Jake.
Is it Jay?
I mean,
Arthur.
No.
Arthur.
Yeah, Arthur.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Arthur was hurt. That's my kind of feeling on
I agree.
Because there's some events that he should have done very well on and did not. Kahir O'Leary, 23.99. I think that's euros. Great coverage this year in the lead up and during. Thanks. Derek, is this the most open Sunday in games history?
I mean, go ahead, Derek.
Yeah, I don't know, but I would have to go back and look at the data for all the games history. But I mean, it's certainly up for grabs. So I'm excited for today. I mean, I think it's anyone's game at this point. I don't know about the history.
I think it has to be, right, Tyler?
Well,
for both, right?
What does open mean?
Just that
like,
there's
any up for grabs, I assume.
Yeah.
I mean, I was thinking open in context of like we don't know the workouts, so like that doesn't help. It's open in that respect, but we've known less going into the last day than we do today. But it seems locked up between Roman and Jeff. Like Chandler's, 80 points back. So like for that third position through the fifth position, I think it's pretty wide open. But for the first two, it's not. I think those two are locked down for sure.
Yeah, I assume we're talking about the open era.
I think just the most open, the most like who
or the
modern. We don't have the top spot locked up yet.
Yeah,
or the podium locked up.
Then I disagree. 2015 was wide open. Ben Smith was making his comeback. Katrin was not in first place. Nobody really knew the women's order because nobody knew who Tia was, and she was around then. Like 2015, we didn't know anything. In 2014, Camille, we didn't know she was going to win. Cara Webb at the time looked like she was going to win, and then Camille came out and had their 21:15.9 workout and came out of nowhere. 2014, Rich was not doing well before Sunday. Rich was in 8th place going into Sunday.
Yeah,
he wasn't in first and or 3rd place because I think push pull happened on Saturday night. But Rich wasn't winning.
Yeah, and then he ran away with that.
Yeah, and then he ran away with it. But as far in the whole podium though, Josh Bridges was in first place or something like he was or 2nd place going into Sunday. The 2014 was wide open. People just don't think so because Rich won. Mm-hmm. But most of the years Rich won, he was not winning until Sunday. And then everybody was down and he recovered the best.
It wasn't wide open until Sunday, and then it became very obvious that it was not wide open anymore.
Right, yeah. And then Sunday, like it was very clear Rich was the fittest guy in the world, but it wasn't And that's when all the CrossFit events showed up. We said this over and over again. Sunday, it's mostly all CrossFit stuff, and Rich is the best CrossFitter. He is the fittest guy. But that wasn't made evidently clear until Sunday.
Actually, that's a really neat point, John. Like looking at the leaderboard right now, a lot of weird events are baked into where we are right now, and we're going to see CrossFit Sunday. I fully believe it's just going to be CrossFit. And so looking at the leaderboard, if you're judging it based on CrossFit events, I think we see mix up even more. I mean, Jeff and Roman, I'm still sticking with them being top 2, but then I think Pat jumps up because it's going to be a CrossFit day. Brent's going to drop down. Chandler's going to drop down. I think Jay might jump up because
I don't
it's
think
a CrossFit
Brent will jump
day.
down.
You don't think so?
No, it's hard CrossFit. It's not open CrossFit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right. I think Brent will be fine in this muscle up sandbag workout.
Well,
I don't think he's going to win or anything, but I think he'll be, 6th or 7th or, around there. And that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I don't think he gets jumped by people.
It's semifinals type programming is what we're going to see today.
And Brent's great.
And Brent's great at semifinals. Sorry, Derek. I feel like we're jumping all over you here.
No, you're good, man. Hey, is BKG hurt? Have we heard that? I've seen a couple comments.
He's still competing.
Yeah.
And
But
he said, I'm going to do Sunday.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, he talked to you, Brian, and said stuff, but didn't say anything.
Yeah, I asked him if he could comment on his injury, and he's like, I like to keep it interesting, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. So,
he should do decent if it's pure CrossFit Sunday as well.
I don't if he wasn't hurt. I think he's
right.
Yeah,
Theoretically, he should be good at this next workout, but I'm not gonna. There's been so many guys that should be good at a workout, and then they're either hurt or down or something's wrong because Justin should be great at this workout.
Yeah.
And
I wouldn't pick him on anything right now.
I'm not going to pick him on anything. Right.
Yeah,
I can't wait to do the picks for this workout.
If Justin was healthy, he's right there with Pat, in my opinion. That's one
for
of those
this
guys.
year, I disagree.
But just old Madero's like we were used to seeing him, not right now.
Point spread.
Like for the muscle up log workout, Madero's would be right there with him. But
I 100% agree.
Ambrosia Moore, what do you guys think about Shelby Neal as Rookie of the Year or Yella Hoste?
What about Bailey Martin?
That's
the guy that nobody knows who he is. They're like, he looks like a normal dude. Bailey Martin's gonna be the Rookie of the Year. Y'all don't even know who he is. Look him up. New Zealand, Kiwi.
That's why Ambrosia didn't have him on there. Nobody's talking about him. Let's see. Is the Spirit Awards voted for by the athletes, or is it just from Nicole Carroll?
I think the staff does they kind of chat about it. But I think usually it's pretty good consensus.
I think they just
we're all saying kind of Noah. They just have some. Yeah, they wouldn't do that.
How about Danielle Brandon, Spirit of the Games?
Yeah, Spirit or something.
J.K. Lamar, $5. Shelby Neal surpassed all your expectations, especially spin. Okay. Fair. For $5, you can tell me that. That's fine. He placed her outside 30th. LOL. Rookie of the Year or Spirit of the Games?
I don't think she's going to win either of them, but she's done amazing.
Yeah.
Shelby Neal, it's kind of like Kelly Baker. Kelly Baker's not going to win any of that, but she did amazing for herself. Shelby Neal's kind of along the same lines, but just, a fitter, right? Because obviously she's in the top 20.
Who's most improved? Is Jay's second, right?
No, he's like 5th.
Jay's 6th.
I mean, it's his second games.
Oh,
Jay Crouch.
Yeah. 21st. No, he's been a couple times because he's been 20th every time.
That's a shame because he's improved so much this year.
Mm-hmm.
They picked Roman, but it was like you were most improved because you got to the games, and it's like I don't understand how transportation qualifies you as.
He improved his mode of transportation greatly. Okay, he went.
Yeah. I mentioned that. I love that award. It's based on nothing but somebody's, like, there's no metrics that they put to that, but I would love to know who people think most improved is.
Let's see.
Jay will probably win it. Alex Gazan is another one that very well could win it.
100% lock up. That's it.
But you know who should? Emma Lawson should win it. She's not going to because she's going to win the CrossFit Games. But if she goes from 6th, nobody's talking about her. Nobody's high on her. You're right. Like, none of y'all were high on her, and none of talking Elite Fitness wasn't high on her. Nobody thought that she was this, except for kind of me. And
just you, huh?
Who else had her second?
I had her 9th.
I mean,
you had Alex second?
I had Emma Lawson second.
Oh, Emma Lawson second. I thought we were still talking about Alex.
mean, the media poll had her 5th, one first place vote. I can't remember who that was. I have to go back and find that.
Whoever that first place vote was, call of the century.
Yeah. And then
no.
In the fan poll, Emma Lawson was down in 6th.
That's what I'm saying. And she was 6th place last year. For her to win the CrossFit Games, like, that jump, 6-1, in my opinion, is a harder jump than 21st to 6th. And I know it doesn't sound. I think that's a harder jump because the higher you go in placements, it's exponential. Mm-hmm. Like, the improvement in fitness you have to make.
Yeah. I know we've talked a lot about individuals, but Barry McCockner,
Ariel Lowen. We haven't talked about Ariel Lowen.
She's just flying under the radar.
If she's 3rd, but I mean, going from 10th repeatedly 10th
11th,
to 3rd,
11th to 3rd.
What was she the year before that though? Wasn't she 10?
No, she's never been in the top 10. That was why she won the top 10. It was like 11th twice in a row or something like that.
She was 14th in 21, 11th in 22.
Okay.
And then
so going from that to podium,
that's big.
If she stays, honestly, and like if Gazan ends up 6th and Jay Crouch ends up 6th, I think Ariel Lowen's most improved then. If you don't want to give it to Emma because she won the games, right?
Yeah, too much hardware. Barry McCockner, CrossFit Invictus just won another event. So all the hype for Proven overrated.
I thought you were saying that. I wasn't looking at the comments.
Jenny Pipe from Family Films. I find it interesting how consistently well Invictus does.
They're a great team. They train that. That's how they train. They train for teams. If you go to Invictus, they do not care about individual. That is a team gym. They train for a team all year round. It's kind of like Mayhem when Rich was doing the team. Like, that's what they were training for all year round. And it's Proven was just put together. I think Proven probably has the fitter athletes, but they just kind of put together 4 fit people. And yes, Taylor and Andrea, are probably the best women that work together. Yeah. They've worked together forever, but they put that team together this year. Same for the Mayhem team. The team, it's new. I know they're working out together, but it's still new. Invictus. I chose that. I mean, we knew this, but we just always downplay it. I'm at the biggest fault, and I don't care about teams that much, so I probably should research it much more than I do. But Invictus and Oslo Navy Blue, it shows that actually team cohesiveness and teamwork, working together, is the biggest factor in being successful in teams. It's not just having the fittest people.
Yeah.
CrossFit Move Fast, Live Heavy's doing really well.
They had a great day yesterday. They moved up quite a bit. They had a strong showing. I don't know if this leaderboard is fully updated yet. But one thing I did want to bring up is we talk about Kelly Baker making a move. So on the teams, the Rhino CrossFit team was 2 spots out Friday night, final event, got into the top 30. Killed it on Saturday, 1 spot out heading into the final event, and made it again. So they are in the top 20. They went from 32nd on Friday afternoon to into the top 20. So within 4 events, they moved from 32nd up into the top 20. So yeah, you've seen it on the team side, and now they're sitting in 20th. So I don't think the leaderboard has been updated on this, but maybe it has. Hard to tell. But yeah, the team one. It looks like Invictus is gonna ride that one out. Olivia is 17th at 17, better than Shelby.
I think she's rookie of the year. We moved past it, but I think Olivia might be rookie of the year.
Better than Bailey Martin?
Bailey's tough to beat. I mean, he's top 10. We just
She's
know
so young.
Olivia.
I think.
And listen,
Yeah, I
Bailey
think
Martin's
that's-
going to be good at this event. He's going to be good at this next event. He's a
he's my
gymnastics
pick.
guy. Bailey Martin? Oh, wow. Dark horse.
Ooh.
That's crazy.
I like Bailey.
Well, if you knew that, if Bailey Martin was your pick for this workout, you're going to go
You
out
have
and say
to be.
Olivia's the rookie of the year. What are you talking about, Tyler? You're contradicting yourself left and right. If Bailey Martin
They're not
wins this
mutually
event,
exclusive.
he's already top 10. He's going to win rookie of the year then.
It's too good, man. She's so young. It's too good of a marketing thing. There's no way they'd let him get away
Well,
with
then
it.
the
out doing
award
that.
is not really an award, and it's political and it's rigged, and that's ridiculous.
They're all
If
political.
you give it
except
to
for the podium.
Olivia because Olivia has a bigger name than Bailey Martin, that is ridiculous. I will be so. I'm a big Olivia fan.
Bailey will be
If
mad.
Bailey Martin ends up 7th place and Olivia ends up 17th place, and they give it to Olivia because it's great for CrossFit, like I will be very disappointed. And I want to talk to the staff that picks the rookie of the year because that is ridiculous.
Write your complaint.
I'm gonna write a
Write your complaint
strongly worded letter with underlines and caps lock.
I'll give it to Keith over here, and he'll put it in the fucking trash.
You know what, Keith? I will box you, Keith, if you pick Olivia over Bailey Martin. That's the rankings. We will have a fight in an octagon.
How about Tier? Tier biggest improvement catching Noble.
For real.
Yeah, you know that's if they give it, yeah, they should give it. I wouldn't be mad about that at all. That's
You know what's funny?
Speaking of Tier, I feel like look at these
Ooh,
things.
attack green,
Attack
green.
yellow.
Attack yellow.
yellow. Sorry,
Yeah.
yeah.
These things are
Olivia's
awesome.
not going to be great in this next.
A
event
wide toe
either.
box.
You know what? It's funny. Tier improved by just not losing all their money. We improved by not improving at all.
Hey, when you have $32 million, that's all you need to do.
They are probably my favorite pair of shoes. Like I got the Vellners. I think you ended up getting them too, John.
I have the
Right.
Downers. You want
Yeah.
to see them? They're very
Yeah.
used. They're my CrossFit shoes right now.
Yeah, and Derek, you got the OUR.
Yeah, I love them.
Yeah, they feel great.
I will say I'm very
You got any
partial to
extra
strike
lifters there?
movement.
Laying around,
There
Brian.
you go. What's that?
So if you got any extra lifters there, I'll be happy to
I
give them a run through.
Tier was so generous. They sent me all 5 of their different shoes. All
Are
in
you
the attack
serious?
kit.
They sent it to you?
Yeah.
Well, tell them to send me some, man.
I was
What
not
the
expecting it. They said they were going to send me something to kind of show off, and next thing you know, a giant box shows up, and there's just shoes after shoes after shoes. Wild.
My wife is a women's size 7, and she is telling me to tell Tier to send us some shoes.
See, and then the missus is like ugliest shoe color ever. I don't know.
Speaking of shoes, what about
I didn't.
Farlow?
Hey, hold on, Alex. I did not sell out. I did not do anything. They sent them to me. I genuinely like these shoes. I wear them.
They didn't
almost every
send them
day.
to me. I sold out. I bought the Vellners. Obviously.
Say what you were going to say, Derek. I think I know where that one's going.
I was just going to say, hey, speaking of shoes, what about Farlow lifting in what looked like strike movement shoes? That's
I talked to him
About half tide.
this morning.
That's
I thought
killer.
he had lifted or ran in lifters during semifinals in event 4. He had not. So he was actually in Tier trainers, but he also had a pair of, I think maybe Noble running shoes or some type of running shoe that he used for event 5, and he changed out. And so I don't know why I thought he was, maybe just because he was changing the shoes that I thought he wasn't wearing it, but he said he never lifts in lifters, only in the trainers.
And listen, I don't either. I don't like lifters. Like they make, if you don't, one, if you CrossFit, there's a lot of events or workouts where you're going to go run or you're going to do gymnastics and then you have to lift at the same time. So if you get used to just lifting in Metcons, even heavy, it just makes you less dependent. And like I don't ever lift in lifters either. And so
I have
cool
ankles
that
of
Farlow does
concrete,
that.
so I have to.
I'm 40 years old, so I have to.
Word. Yeah.
You young guns there.
All these excuses.
Yeah.
I'll just go lift barefoot. Sam Dancer lifts barefoot, and that dude is older than anything. Get out of here.
The shiz free is
shiz
free.
gets it.
See, I'm not selling out. I just, they
Wow.
they appreciate me, and they rewarded me with a whole bunch of shoes.
Well,
that my wife hates because they're too bright.
I'm a complete sellout for Strike Movement. I don't have a lifter sponsor tier, and so
talking about a sellout. Wow.
I'll sell out all day,
dude. I'll sell out so hard if they're gonna give me some free stuff. I like.
I will say I've not tried the Strike. I've not tried them myself. But
the Strikes are amazing, and I'm really like I am. It's genuine. My sellout is genuine because I love their shoes, and I think they are the best shoes. But I will say, Tier shoes are very, very good-looking shoes. Like they're pretty. I've wanted to buy some just because I think they're pretty.
They're pretty.
So
there's a very
like
funny comment. Sam Dancer also lives in a tree. No comparison.
That's fair. I think that's a fair comment.
It is.
He is a little bit on the oddball side, but it's okay.
I put out a post a while ago about the number of shoes that people have. I was shocked at how many shoes everybody has. I can't speak now because I have a bunch. All right, we got 17 minutes till the start. I think we should probably give some people time to put their picks into Heat 1. So, all right.
Yeah, I need to move also.
There's three events left. Start with Tyler. Men's side for Muscle Up log.
Bailey Martin. He did good, he did well in the Muscle Up. I know it was a pistol and burpee event, but he did good in that workout, and then he has also done well in other Sam. He's strong. Last night he's very strong, and he's not super tall, but his arms look long, so I was like, okay, he'll be able to get that sandbag up. I like him overall. I think he is a dark horse pick. I think there are more obvious picks, but I like Bailey for this one.
Derek?
We'll go with Adler on this one.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
I don't think so, but that'll be amazing if that happens.
Yeah, I'm going to go with him because, yes, there's other guys who are better gymnastics, but I'll take a guy that has a fire in his belly over anyone else. And that guy, he's hot right now. So
I know John just decided to drop off, but
it's okay,
because I said
he'll pick Pat.
Yeah.
I didn't pick Pat, so he dropped off.
Well, one thing to defend Adler, he got third in the Muscle Up workout that we keep talking about at Rogue. So he was behind Cole Sager and John's pick for this one, which is, who are you picking for this workout?
Roman.
You changed it?
Patrick Vellner.
Like, wait a minute.
I got Brian really well.
I was like, man, that whoever you listen to Dan Bailey, it's only the sandbag workout. I was like, okay.
Yeah, Patrick Vellner is who I'm rolling with.
Yeah, I'm going to pick the same Pat Vellner. This is suiting him right now. Even if it is a sandbag workout, he'll still be just fine at this one. So I'm picking Pat Vellner on it. Tyler, how does Heat 1 look for
percentages?
I think it was. Yeah, give me 1 second. I'll pull it up.
I bet people are running out of Vellner picks though.
This is my second pick for him. I used him on the gymnastics one.
In general, this is where the top people, like, you start running out.
Vellner, 50%. High. Yeah. Next is Jeff Adler at 16%. And then all the way down is Justin Medeiros at 5%. And then it dwindles from there. Very close separations.
Where's Bailey?
Where is Roman?
Bailey Bailey is in 12th.
People just
At
don't know
80
about Bailey. Bailey Martin's going to do fine.
Point-
People just don't know about him.
0.88%. He only has 24 plays in the whole app
All right.
of like 4,000 plays.
Let's catch up after this and see how high that goes after listening to you, Tyler.
Oh, that's great. You should definitely do that. That's
24.
That's awesome.
We're at 24 now, so let's see.
And
Let's
Tyler
see.
makes up 4% of the vote. For Bailey
if it
Martin.
goes if it goes down, Tyler.
Where's Roman?
5th. 4.23%.
That's ridiculous, y'all. Y'all do not know what you're talking about. With Bailey
But
Martin
you've
is
talked
12th
shit
and
about-
Roman is 5th.
You've talked shit about his muscle ups like the whole season. Why would people vote for him?
But fifth,
That's what I'm talking about.
he shouldn't be fifth.
I'm saying he should not be 5th.
Oh, you're saying he's too high. Okay.
Yeah, you don't think so? Bailey Martin is 12. There's 24 people, and there's out of 5,000 that are picking Bailey Martin. And I don't want to do the number on Roman, but it shouldn't be more than 24 if that's what's picking for Bailey Martin.
Right.
Watch Roman come out here and just crush this, and then I'm just completely wrong. But I doubt it. I highly doubt it.
Jumped 8 picks in the last 2 minutes.
That's like that has to be true.
Yeah. Adam, if you look at the little icon there, Adam is the developer, so he knows.
He's the Heat One brain.
Yep.
I'm just the ugly face we put in front.
And throws out some terrible picks.
That's the shame. Adam's way better looking than me. I don't know why I have the job that I have.
Adam's way better looking than me.
On the women's side, we'll go the opposite way. John,
Emma Lawson.
this is your second pick for her?
This is my second pick for her. I think after this event, I think Emma Lawson's going to win this event, and then after this event, she's going to have. I think everybody will start coming over to my side as far as Emma Lawson's going to win the CrossFit Games. I don't think any of you guys want to roll with that. I know you're Brian. You're like, yeah, I think I agree with you, but like nobody's like outspoken about it. I bet it's pretty outspoken after this event, and we don't know the workouts after this, but it's just if she has a 70-point, 80-point lead on Laura, man, I don't see it happening, and I do think she's going to win this one. I do, and if she doesn't, she's going to be top 3.
Good job, Jeff. You have room. You have three events left to make up some ground.
Oh, there's all kinds of distance to be made today, for sure.
No, Sunday's the day, guys.
Yep.
So we're champions
It's
are
moving
made.
day.
I've been saying this all day. All week.
Derek
I've got Lawson as well.
Lawson. Okay.
Lawson.
Who are you picking, Brian? Because you're out of Emma Lawson.
I
right?
can't pick. Well, on the Pro League, I can still pick Emma Lawson, which I do have her in that one. But for
You got to make up ground, though. You kind of got to take chances on the Pro League.
worldwide one, I'm not going to do it, but I do think that Laura Horvath will be better than she is. She'll do better than what we think she will because of the sandbag piece. I think she'll just crush through it.
I agree. With that Dan Bailey comment, it didn't make me think anything less of the men. It made me think more of the women because if throwing that ball high or having to get her up over a log, Laura Horvath's going to do that better than anybody else in the field, like bar none. So I 100% agree with that. Laura Horvath's not a bad pick at all.
Yeah. I'm not going to pick her for my official pick. I'm actually picking Paige Semenza.
Taking a chance.
So she's done very, very well in muscle up workouts in the past. I think she got 3rd or something like that in up and over with all the muscle ups last year and getting up over the implements. So, climbing over this log and, Misfit does plenty of grunt work type stuff, sandbag work. So it's a tough one. I wish I had Emma Lawson there available to take for a second pick, but I don't. So if somebody else is in the same situation, may consider Paige Semenza. So
yeah, it's not a bad.
Let me say this real quick. The fans agree Lawson is at 31%, followed by Ariel Lowen at 13%, Alexis Raptis in third at 11%, and then Laura Horvath at 10%.
How will Alexis
Any
doing this,
people you want to
Tyler?
ask? The
What's that?
sandbag, she seemed to struggle in the sandbag last year.
Yeah,
It was a heavy sandbag, but
She
I
struggled
don't
with
know
ski
if it's
bag.
that her arms are short.
Yeah, she struggled with
Right,
ski
so-
bag a lot.
I think it's an odd object thing is not her. It seems like a workout she would do well in, especially like after watching Helena,
Helena.
Helena.
Capital of
She
Montana.
freaking-
Just think of that.
She freaking cranked. It's everybody said it different the whole weekend. I've just started calling
It's
it
Helena.
Javelina.
It's a version of Helen. It's not
Um,
Helena.
Maybe the H is silent. It's just Helena.
Javelina.
Helena.
Yeah,
Yeah, all
Javelina.
kinds.
Bob Dabalina. For the anyway, so I don't the muscle up seems like they would be good for her, but I don't know. I'm not picking her for this. It's just I think it's a risky play. Do make it.
I'm just
so-
curious about Ariel. I'm asking more for Ariel than Alexis.
I don't
'Cause
think
I know
Ariel's
Ariel
gonna-
would. You don't think so?
She's gonna do good at the muscle ups, but I don't like the sandbag for her. She's shorter than a lot of
She's
the
not
athletes.
going to
She's
struggle
smaller
as
than a
much
lot
as
of the
Alexis
athletes.
did.
I think Alexis, if anything, has weight on her.
Ski bag did not show that, man.
Ski bag. I do want to say this. I gotta hop off.
Yeah.
I gotta hop off to get to the venue. There's gonna be a quick turnaround. So the buzz that I'm hearing is that after the event they'll announce both of the events, and then there's gonna be an hour gap time, and then we're gonna move pretty quickly. So we'll send out notifications on the Heat One app, so everybody stay posted for that. But you should have time. If you're on site, good luck. There's no internet, so just be diligent
Yep.
about trying to make your picks. So everybody, thank you for playing. We probably won't get to talk until after everything closes. So it's been huge. It's made a big difference for me and everybody on this podcast. I think it's going to make a huge difference for us in the future. So thank you so much. Really.
Yeah. Yep. If you're watching, make sure you're subscribed, hit the notification button, try to jump on between the two events. See you, Tyler. So yeah, make sure you turn on the notifications, subscribe so you don't miss out. Try to go live even for 20, 30 minutes in between, talk about the events and give our quick update and predictions for events 11 and 12. See you later in a few hours.